Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video. I want to send a message to you and see how you're doing, see how you're feeling. Any sort of feelings that are not abundant, free, pure love, joy, happy, and peace, right? Anything but those feelings is all created within an ego. And I want to remind you that you are not the ego. The neighbor next to you, they are not that ego. The person in the elevator, they are not that ego. And you are not that ego. Beneath the ego, beneath the mask, it's purity, it's love, it's abundance. And we can live in that state. We can live in the state of not identifying with that ego and setting it free. Maybe we have to learn a few times. Maybe we have to keep going through experiences and obstacles until we realize and until we learn the lesson. Maybe we have to keep learning the lesson over and over again to understand that we can live in abundance. We can live at that 10 out of 10 state. We don't need to live coping. We don't need to pretend like we're happy day to day. And this is the importance of taking time to be alone. Right? If you're living alone, if you're living with your partner, if you're living, we have to have that time alone to keep a healthy relationship for ourselves and for others. Because we always have to put ourselves first. Love ourselves before we can love the ones around us. And to do that, we should know that we can't solve anything in the mind. So if you felt like you've done something which is not that great, or you just day to day you've been coping and you're trying to solve it in the mind, like, okay, what do I do? Okay, should I read this book? Or maybe I should meditate, or I should go for a run, or you're trying to block what's needed to be unblocked. We're trying to block it. It could be through anything, even healthy habits, even meditation, as I said, right? But the truth here is, we are not the mind, and nothing can be solved in the mind. No matter what we try to do, we just have to tell ourselves that. Because the mind is an ego. The ego is the mind. And once we can be clear with that, that's when we can start to put in all that positive and wonderful energies within us, all that divine energy flowing through our body. We can start building on it, right? We're now free. We're now free that we are not the ego. We're now free that we are not any of those thoughts. An hour ago, that's done. 1 month ago, that's done. 1 year ago, that's done. It's a goodbye. No matter what you did, no matter what you said, no matter what somebody said or what somebody did, or it is all gone. And we have to know that we are not that ego. They are not the ego. We can live free and happy. And maybe we have to keep going through life. We have to keep learning this until we get it straight, until it really gets into us and we can start living in abundance. Maybe that it's planned for us that we gotta keep going through all these pains, but in reality, there shouldn't be any pain. But maybe you need to go through that pain or some sort of confusion to learn the lesson. Alright, so then after that you are free from any sort of delusion, any sort of unnecessary feelings you have. That's not who you are. So let's get out there today and send love to whoever you come across. Make sure it's yourself first. With this understanding and with this realization that you can't solve anything in the mind, and that you are not the mind, you are not the ego, you're free and abundant, that's that first step to loving yourself. You've now connected with your higher self. And now we can continue to ascend in those vibrational higher dimensions through positive works, through meditation and affirmations and yoga and eating healthy. Now we can continue to do that throughout our life, because it doesn't end there. We just continue to live in that state of abundance and raise our frequencies every single day. But it's not like, we're not going to feel like we have to do it, like we're coping, oh, I have to meditate, I have to read a book, I have to eat healthy. Once we have the state where we're not the ego, we can have that abundance within us, that inner core, the eternal life around us will be abundant. We will be living in abundance. You're free. So let's go out today and send love everywhere we go, in the elevator, on the street, because you don't know what's going on with that person that's in front of you. Maybe they're showing love to you, maybe they're not. And if they're not, show love no matter what, because we know deep down that they're pure, that they're love, because we're all the same at the end of the day. They just don't know it. They may be identified with the ego, but when we look at all the different individuals, we know deep down that everyone is pure. Even villains, there's compassion in everyone. And now that we know that, we can go out there and do it. We don't need to have another lesson. I'm sure me giving you this message, I'm sure this is the last message for us to live in abundance. Today, right now, right here. All we have is this moment. With whatever you do, it's not who you are. I'm going to say a few affirmations. You can repeat after me. I am love. I am peace. I am joy. I am abundant. I give love to myself and I give love to others. I am not the mind. I am not the ego. I give joy to the world and I give joy to myself. I'm free. There's no ego and there's no mind. There's only peace and there's only joy. There's only happiness and smiles, abundance and love, wherever you go and wherever you are. I appreciate every moment of you connecting with me today. I wish you another day of abundance, because it's only now. And that's the core, baby. It's all inside, that abundance. It's all here, wherever you go and wherever you are. So just remember, if you're trying to cope out there, just know it goes deeper. Just know that coping, that's all part of the ego, which is not you. Because when identification comes into place of who I am, oh, I am peace, love, and joy, we get back down in that loop. We'll go back down into, oh, I'm sad and, depressed or whatever. Or we just get back into bad habits or feeling not great because we get back into the ego. We're learning and we're growing together. And this channel is definitely not about me. It's about all of us. Everybody is strictly chosen. But if you're coming here, you're learning with me and you're evolving. As long as we are at that state, then we can keep evolving from there. That state of not identifying with anything. I've been through a couple phases. I've had the awakening, but still, I'm still learning. I guess there's more to this all. Let everything flow through. So for now and in the near future and in the future, we just don't get lost and wondering how come people are not like us and how come, they're not the chosen ones and, It's not about that. It's definitely not about that. It's just about that state, and we just live and be free. And the day we die, we did what we had to do. We did what we had to do. I trust you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, a wonderful moment, right here, right now. Get out there. Show your love to yourself. Show your love to the world. Because you are that person. You are that love. Peace and love always. I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.